So textbook is always a little complicated. It won't be that easy. So first go through video, then go through Schlesinger image and all these tables. Then in the topic you can go, if you are interested, the topic is interesting, you can read in the textbook in detail. But I don't recommend directly reading a textbook would benefit. I watched it first time. Then Schlesinger textbook, I mean images and figures. I have gone through the topic. Then I would
Okay.
do some MCQs,
Okay.
and then I would know my mistakes and where I'm frequently going wrong or where I don't remember things. Then
Okay.
I go again to the video, focus on that part, and again go through Schlesinger textbook,
Okay.
figure and image. Like that, I
Okay.
used to do like totally 3 times I've done that kind of readings.
Hi, friends. Today, I'm really proud to introduce to you one of our star achievers, Dr. Rajkumar. Dr. Rajkumar did his MBBS and MD from JIPMA and had scored high in the INI SS and joined GB Pant. And now he's again breaking the records, scoring a second rank in the AIIMS super specialty exam for gastroenterology. Congratulations, Rajkumar. Please introduce
Thank you
yourself.
so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Myself, Rajkumar Bayye. I'm from Andhra. Actually, I did my MBBS and MD from Jipmar, Puducherry. I'm a batch of 2012 MBBS and MD 2018 July. So my MD was completed by 2021 July. So I started preparing from August end, and I prepared for 3 months: August, September, October, November, and then December I gave NEET exam. So that NEET exam, I was qualified, but I didn't make it to any of the AIIMS Delhi or PCA or Jipmer. Then I wrote NEET exam. I got rank 4 in gastro and rank 2 in hepatology. So I joined GB Pant Gastro. I was working for the past 1 month in GB Pant. So I gave this NES exam, and luckily I was able to make it in the top 10, and then AIMS I got rank 2. So I'm very happy. I feel so blessed.
Yeah, you are blessed, definitely. This is not a task that an average man can achieve. You are really blessed. And Rajkumar, I want to know more about you in person. Can you tell me about your family? Because your family support is something that you need to achieve this high rank. So, can you tell
Yes.
me more about your family first?
My mother and father both are government employees. They're teachers. My father retired 3 months ago, and my mother is still working. My sister is doing MD pediatrics in PGM at Chandigarh,
Okay.
final year. So they have been my biggest support. So when I didn't qualify for NESS, I was very sad, uh, because NESS was all, NE institutes were always in my mind. But somehow my family motivated me, and then I have joined GB Pant. But that inner hunger for AIMS was still in my heart, so I couldn't let it go. So I gave the exam. So, and even leaving this GB Pant was a very big decision in my life, and everything was smooth because of my parents, my sister. They are everything. Because without them, nothing would have been possible.
Oh, those are emotional words, Rajkumar.
Hmm.
But we're actually very happy to hear that. We are actually happy to hear the support that you're getting, and this is what we need as doctors, the fraternity. We need support from the society, from family, from everyone, all throughout our life. Rajkumar, coming to gastroenterology, when did you decide to take up gastroenterology?
I think it is my MD second or third semester, sir. I
Okay.
started preparing a short review on gut microbiota in human health.
Okay.
So that is where my interest actually started. I was going to gastro department and was discussing with my consultant.
Okay.
So I started preparing slides, and then I thought there was so much in gastro. It's not just chronic liver disease or other pancreas related or a UGA bleed. There are so many things that we have to know. That is where my interest developed.
Okay. So, did you start preparing for a super specialty during your post graduation days?
No, sir, I never prepared anything. So for us, the biggest task is to pass MD exam. So we are not like oriented to super specialty. We learn all the basics. Mainly cardiology and neurology is focused in our JIPMER. So we are masters in most of the like those two subjects mainly, and the other departments we don't read much. It's just like theoretically we read, practical aspects we don't deal much.
Okay. So when did you actually start preparing for super specialty examinations?
It is August ends 2021 August end, after I passed my MD exam.
Okay. So uh, to begin with, how did you start your preparation? How did you know what you have to read, what you don't have to read? What is the guidance that you got?
Actually, I have two seniors. One of them in did from Jipmer, and the other one did from I mean, is doing in PGI. So both of them told me that Schlesinger is must to crack either in ESS or NEET SS. So the first
Okay.
thing I did was I bought Schlesinger textbooks.
Okay.
Then I started reading hepatology first. I thought I'll read everything, but then as 20 days passed, I wasn't able to cover even hepatology properly. So then I thought it's not just a textbook. So we have to go through videos to make it shorter and sweeter, and
Okay.
also do the MCQs to test my knowledge and my weakness.
Okay.
So then I started like watching videos, except on
Okay.
hepatology part. The rest of the Schlesinger, I watched videos, and then I read through Schlesinger tables and figures, and few important topics. I read through the paragraphs, pages, whatever is
Okay.
needed.
Okay. So how did you actually find the Marrow videos? How did you watch the videos?
Sir, I subscribed Marrow. Like Marrow would be shared by two people. So
Okay.
my friend will use it for cardio, and I'll use it for gastro.
Okay.
So I started watching like almost topic wise. First, like I pancreas, my seniors told me that is the highest free. I mean priority wise, question wise. So I started watching pancreas videos, and then I watched every video like almost 2 to 3 times. And then there are revision videos like some MCQs which were being discussed topic wise, hepatology part, and then gastro part accordingly, small intestine, large intestine, and all this. So I watched those videos more frequently than the main videos. So MCQ discussion based videos.
Okay. So
um,
how many times did you watch each video, and did you make any notes when you were watching the video, or you just watched it passively?
I just watched it passively, sir. I didn't. I made notes only for things that I'm getting confused.
Okay.
So differences between two things, so which
Okay.
I might get confused. Only those things I have noted down, but rest of the things I have just passively listened for 3 times videos.
Three times. You have listened
Yes,
three
sir.
times. So
Yes, sir.
what was your strategy? You watched a video, you watched it all over one time, and then you repeated the second time. Was it how did you watch it?
I watched it first time. Then Schlesinger textbook, I mean images and figures. I have gone through the topic. Then I would
Okay.
do some MCQs,
Okay.
and then I would know my mistakes and where I'm frequently going wrong or where I don't remember things. Then I
Okay.
go again to the video, focus on that part, and again go through Schlesinger textbook,
Okay.
figure and image. Like that, I
Okay.
used to do like totally 3 times. I've done that kind of readings.
Okay. So which part did you like the most of Marrow? Which video do you think this actually made a difference for you?
Uh, so hepatitis, like hepatology part was the main for me to crack a exam because it was asked me in my interview also.
Yes.
So hepatology regarding hepatitis B and C virus was very good. And
Okay.
coming to gastro, the pancreas was very useful, and also esophagus, dysphagia, GARD. I mean everything, Barrett's, everything was so good. Esophagus. I like
Okay.
esophagus the most.
Okay. So how did you revise? So this is what you did in mid July, August, right? From July,
Yes, sir.
end of July to August, you did this. And
Yes,
how
sir.
did you revise? What did you do before the exam?
Before the exam, so I noted down the questions where I'm going wrong.
Okay.
So those questions plus the things I'm getting confused frequently, like
Okay.
for which trypsin is required for activation and which it is not required for activation. So these are
Okay.
the questions and classifications. Everything I wrote separately. So
Okay.
one day I would go through all the classifications, forest and Zargar's classification or whatever is there in Schlesinger. I used to
Okay.
go through that classifications. The other
Okay.
day I used to go through the other topics like PBC, PSC, and all this concentrated where MCQs are concentrated mostly, celiac disease and all this. So
Okay.
everything I would watch a video MCQ which I have noted down, which I'm doing it wrongly, or which I have no clarity
Mhm.
why I'm doing wrong. So those questions I would revise it more and more.
Okay. So you had a structured revision plan which you had followed. That is very good.
Sir, last time when I wrote in ESS, I was very stressed because they announced 3 days before the exam that general medicine carries 50% weightage. So I didn't read much of general medicine. So I was very stressed the day before exam. So I was reading randomly the general medicine topics. So that has affected my score in exam definitely because of the stress. So but this time when I gave the exam, I went to routinely to my work in GB Pant. I came back at night 10:30. I slept. Morning I woke up and I gave the exam. There was no stress. I just gave the exam.
So the difference was the stress, right? So
Yes, sir.
even so, I think this is a point to be stressed, right? That is the difference that you had. You didn't prepare as such because you were busy in the wards. You didn't have stress
Yes.
this time, so that made all the difference, right? So this is an
Yes, sir.
important lesson, I think, for all those who are watching this video. So stress is something that can, push your rank down. That's something that I understand from. All right. So, so what I want to ask you is, retrospectively, how you think you should have prepared for the NEET exam?
Retrospectively. Okay, sir.
When should
So
you actually start preparation? Do you think listening to the videos and reading the subject in detail during the post graduation is going to help you?
definitely, it is going to help, sir. I think if I would have known that Marrow super specialty is there in my MD only, I would have subscribed and somehow I would have gone through topics. But I didn't know much about Marrow super specialty that time. It wasn't there. So especially generally we get little free time in our final year. That is where we generally start reading. First 2 years it will be busy doing all the physical work. So third year is what we get time to go through topics to read topics. So if we start reading watching videos during third year, and like that will be very useful both for our final exam as well as the immediate exam, entrance exam, whatever is coming, you can score way better without having gone prepared.
Okay. So, how would you suggest that a person, if you're advising your junior, how do you advise him how to start with? Do you want him to start with the videos, or do you want him to start with the textbook? And how do you recommend him to make notes, or what is your recommendation for your juniors?
I don't think it's better always to first go through a simplified way of teaching. So textbook is always a little complicated. It won't be that easy. So first go through video, then go through Schlesinger image and all these tables. Then in the topic you can go if you are interested. The topic is interesting. You can read in the textbook in detail. But I don't recommend directly reading a textbook would benefit.
Okay. And the first time you're watching a video, how do you recommend to watch it? Do you watch it in the normal speed, or do you watch it in double speed? And do you recommend for the first time listeners or those who are doing it with their post graduation, do you recommend making notes, or how do you recommend it?
It depends upon our personal comfort, sir. I prefer if it is a little fast. So I put in 1.5 or 2x. And then first time also every topic I listen in 1.5 to 2.
Okay.
And it is our comfort whether to write notes or not. Some
Okay.
people are very comfortable in preparing notes while some are not. Some like listening more than writing.
Okay.
So it is our personal choice.
Okay. And do you recommend revision of the same content?
Yes, sir. The more number of revisions, the more it's useful.
Okay.
And we have to know our weak points where we have to revise. That is main thing. We have to recognize where we are weak.
Okay. So that is the main thing. You have to
Yes,
identify your weak points and concentrate on that area and revise that more.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, right. The viewers of this interview should learn from Rajkumar's two things basically. One, stress is going to push you down. Second, repeated revision. This is what is most important for your examination. Right, right, Rajkumar.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So, is there any other advice that you want to give your juniors?
Mhm. Okay, sir. It all depends upon our interest. It all depends upon our interest and motivation. So I like gastro so much that I can. It is way beyond any other department for me. So the more you have interest, the passion that moves you forward in life. So your preparation, everything will change according to your passion.
That's correct. So it's the passion that has worked magic for you, and let the passion continue throughout your life, Rajkumar. Wish
Sure,
you
sir.
all the best. I think this is one of the best interviews that we have had. You have spoken from your heart, and we could all, really feel the passion that you have for the subject. And I would like to wish you all the best for all the ventures in the future. All the best,
Thank you
Rajkumar.
so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.